All right, y'all, I know y'all been waiting for this video, so I am coming on like so quick because I just wanted to get into the details. But before then, or before I get into details, please do not forget, y'all, for those who are watching this video, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That's the way you're going to be notified every time when we have new videos out. Okay, so it's very important for you to subscribe to the channel if you are interested to keep in touch with what we are doing. All right, y'all,
Welcome to the FAR fam.
for those who are new, here we know how to have fun and we keep it what? Real. So I talked to you guys about just my experience with birth controls, okay, and the reason why I stopped taking birth control for about, I think it's basically 2 years and a little bit over. I told y'all that just taking birth control, I didn't really do in-depth research because, you know, when you're about to get married, you know, the average thing to do is basically to go on birth control, to pop the pills. That is the average thing to do. And so I just did general, like a generic research, but not an in-depth research. And taking the pills, I talked to you guys the last time the effects that it had on me. Literally, it changed my mood. It messed up my sex drive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I remember one set of pills that I took, I noticed that my sex drive was high. And then once I came off those pills and I changed to a different pill, I noticed that those pills that I mentioned in my first video, they really affected me in so many different ways. My mood swings were bad. Even my husband realized it. I literally just wanted to I just didn't like my husband. Those pills were just making me do all sorts of things and having all sorts of bad mannerism, basically. After deciding to come off of those pills, what I realized very quickly that it really affected my sex drive. It's made my sex drive lower, to be honest, and it was hard. I'm happy that I'm off of it, and I literally have to pray about these things, to be honest. But I literally decided to just take my fertility and put it in God's hands. Literally, I was like, God, this is the situation. I cannot get pregnant right now. Hubby and I are not ready to have children right now. And I literally came off those pills and I put my fertility in God's hands. I want to tell you guys before I get in any sort of detail, to put your fertility in God's hands. I just want to interject here. Upon putting my fertility in God's hands, I don't think I really put it in his hands completely. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but after I took the pills, hubby and I decided to just use condoms. And as you see from the title of the video, condoms literally ruined my sex life. Like, there's different condoms out there. There's condoms that, there's condoms out there that are geared towards different things. Some of them have different things in it. It gives you more sexual or sensual pleasure and all that good stuff. One of the condoms that I was using, it was like called, I think it's Trojan, Skin Fit, something like that. If y'all know what I'm talking about, link it below, comment below. And wow, I cannot express enough. At first I thought, okay, this is what hubby and I have to do. We have to use condoms because we're not ready for children. But can I tell you, it really ruined the intimacy. Like, wow, it ruined our sex life. Like the intimacy, the in-depth of skin-to-skin connection, it ruined it, literally. And I think we were on condoms for about a year. And then after the year, we just decided, hey, forget this. Like, I felt it in my spirit. Like, hubby and I, we connected and felt it in the spirit. Like, we don't need to do this. Like, me personally, because I can speak for myself and my husband is in agreement, I felt like God just literally wanted me to put my fertility in his hands. And if you're using condoms, you could still get pregnant as well. So obviously we didn't get pregnant for that whole year of using the condoms. Basically, I'm thinking it was a whole year, or maybe a few shy of a few months of a year. I don't know, I wasn't really calculating, but it was for a while. And y'all, the only thing I can say is to put your fertility in God's hands. Now, many of y'all may not want to hear this because you're like, Ruth, let's just be realistic. But can I tell you, you need to be realistic. And really, can I just tell you, I think when we say realistic, sometimes we don't count Christ in. We need to understand that God made our bodies. We have to understand that God provided the husband that we have. We have to understand that God knew us before he formed us in our mother's womb. We have to understand that God purposed us. God has a plan for us. God knows when he's going to provide us with children, being on birth control or not. Okay? So being on condoms or being on pills or not. When it's time, it's just time. And I began to operate like that. When it's time, it's just time. And I literally began to say, God, well, you know our situation. You know Damien and I. Just have your way. I know you're not going to give us something that we cannot bear. And I literally put my fertility in God's hands. I literally put my sex life in God's hands. And I really hope that this opened up a different perspective for y'all to really think deep down and really understand, why are you running from getting pregnant? You know, like, do you trust God? You get married, do you really trust God? Trust him. Literally, let it go and trust God. And it's really scary to know what these things can do to you. You just go out there and just take birth control pills, take patches, take all these different things that were created by mankind. And I'm not knocking things that are created by mankind, but it's very important for you to understand your health. Your health is very, very, very important. I don't have no statistics on none of these things, but all I knew from the first video, as I expressed, is that God convicted me and told me that I should not be taking birth control pills. I should not be doing none of these things. I should literally just trust him. So I just want to say, trust God. Literally, not just trust him with your finances, not just trust him with your job, not just trust him with school, not just trust him with these things that we would say are the bigger things, okay? But trust him with every area in your life. I just wanted to say also, I got this book and it's called Taking Charge of Your Fertility. I believe we as women, we need to start wanting to know more about ourselves. And I believe for those who really want to have a plan, I think this book can really direct you towards the plan of fertility, in the sense of if you want to really, really come off birth control and you're saying, Ruth, okay, I understand, yes, I want to leave this in God's hands, but I need some direction here. I want to direct you to this book. It's called Taking Charge of Your Fertility, and it says here, the defensive guide to natural birth control, pregnancy achievement, and reproductive health. Okay, I strongly believe that we as women, we really need to start educating ourselves. You know, when we were in high school, they educated us about not just puberty, but sex and so forth. And even before high school, we were educated on that. I think this is a book that can take you really deeper. It's in depth. I'm telling you, I haven't started reading it yet because, as I said, I'm not worried about being pregnant. I'm leaving my fertility in God's hands, but I am planning on reading it. I've already did my research, hence I bought it. And there is a YouTuber that I will link her description below, but her channel is called Jessica Bryson, and she explains it in depth. She explained it really in depth. The title of her video that I absolutely love is Natural Birth Control Fertility Awareness Method. So if you're going the natural way, you want to be aware of the fertility awareness method. All right, y'all, I think that's basically it. All right, ladies, so before I go, I wanted to just show you guys real quick. There are various apps that you can use in order to track your menstrual cycle or your ovulation. It's very, very important as a young lady for you to track your menstrual cycle. For wives, I'm sure ovulation, especially if you're planning on having a child, or if not. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the various free apps that is available, and this is on Google Play. I wanted to also show you guys the app that I use, which is the Lady Timer app. Okay, very important for you to track your menstrual cycle. I'm just typing it in Google right now just to give you guys an idea of what the app does. Okay, because I ain't gonna show y'all all my business now. Come on, come on. All right, y'all. The red area shows you when your period will come on. The light green area shows you when you are fertile. The dark green area shows you when you are ovulating. So it's very important for you to know this as a young lady, especially if you're married, because you will know, okay, the days when you're fertile, you can get pregnant if you have sex on those days. And I must tell you, they say that you can get pregnant even if you don't have sex in those green days. If you have sex before, that sperm could last between 3 to 7 days inside of you. So yeah, y'all better go check out that fertility awareness method and read up on it, y'all. All right, I hope I really helped. If any woman understand what I'm saying and you're really on this journey of really going the natural way, comment below, because I feel like we can go on this journey together. And if any y'all want to just testify, tell your testimony, really strengthen another sister, please comment below. Wow. Other than that, y'all, if you're not yet a part of the FAR Academy on Facebook, it's a private Facebook group for women, whether young, old, single, married. It's a private women group for us as women. It's type of a mentorship and empowerment group where we talk about sex, y'all. We go in depth. We talk about it all. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that group, and it's not just only about sex talk and just being real as Christians and believers of Jesus Christ, but really it's creating a platform where we can talk as women and we can build a sisterhood. So I invite you to that group. The link will be below. All right, y'all, God bless. I really hope that this empower y'all, and please stay tuned and be subscribed. If you are not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. That's the way you're going to keep in touch with us and receive video alerts. All right, y'all, your girl is, say it with me, your girl is